Welcome to this winter workshop and to the year of the water tiger. The water tiger is really all about kidney energy. It's that energy that we all receive pre-birth and that we're born with. That life energy that carries us all the way through our life. This workshop is all about knowing how to not waste that energy and strengthen ourselves throughout this year. What comes to mind thinking about the water tiger is those slow and steady movements, keeping your ears open, really treading with care. And so the first idea, the first mindset that we'll be working with is really knowing, making up your mind and knowing what you want from this year. Keeping it very simple and easy to follow. The second thing we'll be talking about is how to use your time appropriately, meaning that understanding of doing something every day in order to get further on that life path goal. Most of us energetically also carry a lot of leakages and blocks. We will be working with specifically your personal leaks and blockages in the career and life path area. Looking at the north of your home is a great place to start to find indicators of blocks in your life path or career. A lot of us often feel that we don't have enough, that we don't have enough energy, that we don't have enough money or resources to do what we really want to and need to do. This is a false belief system. The truth is that we all have enough to do exactly what we need to do on our life path. Speaking from an energetic point of view, the wealth that you are here with, whether that's money or resources, or your health or any gifts that you carry, they are the same. Are you aware of your gifts and your resources? And are you using them to the best of your abilities? I hope so. Learning how to use these gifts, this wealth that you naturally have, means that you are working in tandem with universal energy. It means that you are connected to your true self, and the universe recognizes that. I hope you have a few minutes to join me in this next tapping and yoga session. Hi, and welcome to this focusing and tapping session on wealth or money. Let's find a comfortable seat, making sure that your tailbone, your sit bones are connected to the ground or the pillow that you're sitting on. From here, let's close our eyes and become aware of our breath. Aware of the ribcage rising as we inhale and falling as we exhale. Let's keep our eyes closed and look downward. It's almost like we're using our true eyes to look downward. We're the observer here, and just remembering that we are not the emotion or the feelings that are coming up. So we're just focusing and becoming aware of your collarbones, your shoulders, your chest, the rib cage and everything below the rib cage. Your lower belly or navel area. Your pelvic area. From here, remember that sense that you have about money. Whatever feeling or emotion comes when you think about a lack of. See if you can localize these emotions and these feelings in your body. Get a sense about how big these sensations stretch out. Is it a small localized area? Or is it pretty much your whole upper body? See if you can describe the sensations that are happening. Maybe you know exactly what it is. Maybe it's some kind of anxiety, or maybe you could only describe it as a prickling, whatever it is. See if you can observe it enough to get a really strong sense of it. And as you keep on breathing, remember that you are a guest here, an observer here. And that this area of your body needs special care and special love right now. So, if you're feeling these sensations here, just bring some care to this area. Just remember to bring your listening ear to this area. From here, I would like you to bring your hands together. Gently and slowly open your eyes. And we will do some tapping. If you're a right-hander, I want you to use the karate chop point on the right hand. We'll tap on it. The statement we'll use is, even though I'm feeling this way about money at this time. Insert your feelings here. I choose to be a vessel for this energy. I choose to hold money, to attract money, so that I can use it in the way that is appropriate for my life and share it to help others. Even though I'm feeling this way about money at this time, I choose to be a vessel for this energy, to bring this energy into my life so I can use it the way that is appropriate for me and share it to help others. One more time. Even though I'm feeling this way about money, I choose to be an open vessel for this energy. I choose to invite money into my life, to hold it, to use it as is appropriate for my life, and to share it in a way that I can help others. From here, we'll come to the crown of the head. And from this point on, we will focus on only the negative energies that are still present in your body regarding money. So without really saying anything, we're just going to see if we can recall that sense of whatever it was, anxiousness, aggravation, fear. Just tapping on that, whatever comes up here in regards to that. Lack of. And just keep tapping until you get a sense that there is a change, that something has moved a little bit. Then we'll tap on the eyebrow point, so the inner eyebrow. Again, bringing up whatever sense or feelings are coming up for you here. Sometimes these feelings change per point. One might be worry, another might be fear or anxiousness. Whatever it is, just see what comes up when you tap a certain point. Observing as you tap and seeing when this feeling or this sense starts to dissipate or move into something else. We'll move to the hollow of the eye, the center of that bone. Tapping right on the bone and getting a sense of what's happening here, what emotions come up here at this point in regards to this money. Maybe it's negativity, maybe it's something else. And tapping until that feeling has dissipated or has moved. And coming again to that bone here where the center of it, just tapping right on the bone beneath the eye. Again, see if you can name that sense that's coming up here. And when you're ready, when something has changed, moving right here to that part above your upper lip, almost halfway between upper lip and nose, just a bit more towards the upper lip, and see what comes up here. Sometimes it could be stuckness. Sometimes it could be something totally different. If you can name this sense, this feeling, that's perfect. Because the moment you name it, it will dissipate. It will move. And let's come to the chin. So it's really that area, it's almost like there's a line here before the chin comes out. And whatever you sense, whether it makes sense or not, whatever you're feeling, see if you can bring it to a word or a description. If there is a strong involuntary inhale happening, that's also a good sign that something has moved in the energy. And next we'll come to the actual collarbone. You can also tap on both collarbones. Seeing what comes up here. And from here, we'll move to that spot right beneath. For women, it would be on your bra line. It's just underneath your left arm here, if you're a right-hander. And just tapping until you feel this emotion, this sense has left the body. From here, if you'd like to do another round, just start tapping at the top of the head. Again, inner eyebrow. The side of the occipital bone, I think it's called, the side of the eye bone here. Underneath the eye, on the bone. Above the upper lip. Below the lower lip, on the chin. Right here on the collarbone. And again, underneath the arm. Just do a couple of rounds and see what that feels like. From here, we can move on to the fingers for positivity. So what we'll do is we'll tap all the fingertips except for the ring finger. So if you're right-handed, tapping the thumbnail, and as we tap, we're tapping in positive feedback, positive vibrations, and so really what you can do here is repeat the same statement in the beginning of the tapping session, saying, I am a vessel for money. I choose to be a vessel and an attractor for money. So I may use it to live in a good way, and so I may use it to share when it is appropriate to share. And remember that this is only energy. So we're going to start as we tap. We're going to look to the left and move our eyeballs all the way around to the right and come on back again to the left as we tap. So saying to yourself that you choose, that you are a vessel for this money, and that you choose to use it appropriately as you tap your fingers. Okay, perfect. Nice. Feel free to keep doing this until it's ingrained. Release the shoulders. and find your breath. With every inhale, feeling the ribcage rise, and with every exhale, sending the abdominal muscles closer to the spine. From here, we will start with alternate nostril breathing using the Prana Mudra. Inhaling and exhaling through the left nostril as we hold the right nostril closed. And exhaling and inhaling through the other nostril as we switch sides. And switch sides again, exhaling and inhaling. With every inhale, become aware of your kidneys and let the natural chi flow of the kidneys rise up. Rise toward your heart center. And with every exhale, letting your heart express itself. Letting the heart energy release in a good way. Making a line from the kidneys to the heart. And letting your heart express itself in the exhale. Come on back to a seated position, and we'll start with a warm-up. Come onto all fours, making sure your toes are flexed. Come into tabletop for cat and cow, inhaling on the arched back and exhaling on the rounded back. Inhaling on the arched. From here, bringing the legs in, come into a staff pose, however you can. You can flex the toes towards you, grab onto your lower thighs or your toes, and bend forward into Paschimottanasana, making sure that you're rounding and releasing the top of your back and the neck. Stay here for a moment. Find your breath. Aware of your abdominals rising and falling with every breath. Come on back. From here, I'll clasp onto the legs and just lean back here. Rounding out your lower back and letting your abdominals fall inward. Find your breath. Enjoy this pose for a moment. And from here, we'll come into a twist. So straightening the legs out in front of you, bringing the right sole of the foot to the mat, hugging with the left arm, rising up, nice straight spine as we exhale into the twist. And just breathe into this twist here. Come on back. And switch sides. Always remembering to exhale through the twist. Come on back. Come over your legs onto all fours. Making sure that your toes are flexed. We'll do 2 more cat and cows. Inhaling on the arched. And exhaling on the rounded. And pushing up into downward facing dog. From here, you can come onto your toes and bring your heels back a few times. Just to get a nice hamstring stretch, warm up the back muscles. And come on into plank when you're ready. Hold for a moment. Remembering to breathe. From here, you can drop your legs. Come on all the way down. And keeping the elbows on the floor, we'll come into cobra position. Making sure that our toes are pointed. And we'll stay in this back bend for a moment. Just recognizing that we are enlivening the kidney chi or the jing. Finding your breath and finding your comfort here. Release your neck. Come on back onto all fours, making sure your toes are flipped. We'll do a few cat and cows. Inhaling on the arched and exhaling on the rounded back. And gliding your hands forward into puppy pose. Again, stretching that tailbone up. Arching your back. Leaving your arms off of the mat. You can rest your chin or your forehead on the mat. Come on back onto all fours, cat and cow. And into balancing table pose. So the left leg comes back as the right arm comes forward. Hold and sustain for a moment. Remembering to breathe. And let's do the other side. From here, coming back onto all fours, making sure your toes are flipped. We'll come into a squatted position here. So however that squat might be comfortable for you, you could be on your tiptoes, your heels could be all the way down. You could even be supporting your squat with hands on the ground in front of you here. Come on into staff pose. From here, we'll come into Baddha Konasana. So bringing the soles of your feet together and drawing the heels up into the pubic area. Keeping the elbows in. You can hold on to the balls of your feet and just gently letting your body do the work. And letting your chest just sink ever closer to your feet. No pushing needed here. From here, bringing the arms onto the knees and lifting the knees up, coming into staff pose and bending forward into Paschimottanasana. You can hold on to your toes here or the backs of your legs, whatever feels right for you, making sure that your neck and your upper back gets some release here. Come on back, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat, clasping your hands around your knees, letting your lower back round out and your abdominals drop in toward your spine naturally. And come on back. Bring the right sole of the foot to the floor. We're going to come into a half shoelace. Bringing the right foot on the outside of the left leg, making sure knees are stacked, and bringing your hands underneath the bottom leg here, underneath the knee, just supporting that knee here. However much of a forward fold or bend forward you can do is absolutely fine. There's no reason to push. Going to stay in this pose for a moment. Finding your breath, finding your comfort in this unusual pose. Checking in here to the emotion of fear. See if you can observe if there's any fear happening. Just observe. Accepting wherever you are, accepting whatever emotion there is. And come on back gently. I'll switch the legs. And making sure that your hands are underneath the bottom leg, the bottom knee. And finding your particular forward bend, whatever that may look like. Again, connecting with whatever emotion comes up for you. If there's any fear, just observe it as an observer. Accepting whatever it is. And come on back. Straightening out the legs here. Releasing any tension in the knees. Rolling your ankles if you like. From here, come onto your back and bring your hands underneath your hips. Lift up from your elbows so your propped elbows are actually supporting you. Crown of the head comes to the floor for this fish pose. From here, slowly bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Hold on to your knees, bring your knees to your chest. Let's draw some concentric circles, drawing the back into the mat. And bring the soles back onto the mat, letting the knees come to the sides. And come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. Again, bringing the soles of your feet together and just letting your knees come out naturally. Finding your body relax. Finding your deep breath. And whenever you like, coming into a resting pose, Savasana.